women bitches and all these things. How can the youths them respect the women? When entertainer call women bitches and influence the youth them to go and shoot and rob and kill and do all sort of immorality, how can a young boy respect the girls when he hear his entertainer say this is my bitch and that is my bitch and all these things? They make reference to the woman in the most disrespectful way. Some of the women so naive, they answer to it, bitch. That's a negative way to grow kids. That's a negative way to build a society. Some women even answer to it and think it's a name. The way they treat their mothers and sisters. No respect whatsoever. This lead to what? Single parents and broken home. It's not every woman gonna sit down and allow a brother to call her bitch. It's not every woman gonna sit down and allow a brother to disrespect her in the most disrespectful way. And because of that, you have single parents and all these things. So 3/4 of the woman who walk the street of London no longer in touch with the father of their children because of the way how men cheating women now. A lot of people right now rather to stay alone than to have a man because they have to say, oh, men are this and men are that and all these things. And there's negative energy just all over the place and it causes people to die early, gone to prison, and drugs, switch from woman and all these kind of things, removed from the country, all these things. And you know what? We're going to examine them one by one because when you think about gang war, that a one method make people die early. Get involved in gang war, you no longer have a future. Use illegal substance like cocaine and such that it poisons to your body, you no longer have a future. Keep in the wrong company, you no longer have a future. Your future either belong to the grave or the cemetery. The cemetery or the prison. Trust me. At the wrong place at the wrong time, doing all sort of something, you don't know what's gonna happen. This man you see here, right here, speaking here as we talk, he get involved in a gang war and he's doing a life sentence for murder. His child or children won't be seeing him free again for a very long time. Some gone on drugs, say claim that it was introduced to them by friends, etc. Still to maintain that habit. In and out of prison, switch from women, desperate for money, lead them to switch from women to homosexual. Some of them say it's because of childhood abuse, why then turn into that direction, influence and all these things and all sort of something. Because of what? It come right back down to say bad bringing up, bad family, bad brought up, bad organization, no unity, no love, no peace, no within. Man abuse daughter, father abuse son, etc. Blah blah blah, and all sort of something going on. People get confused. Cause no love not today. Next thing happen again. Man and his wife live together in a house, home office, immigration, the government come, separate them, got the man in the detention center for a simple thing as overstaying a country. What crime has he done? He hasn't done no crime, but guess what? He's living in the country and he hasn't had no paper, so you have to get deported. The child start to grow up without daddy. The child start to think evil against the system. Now the child grow up have no respect to police and the law because the law in the first place never have no discretion, never understand to say the family unity is very important. The child grow up come have a hatage, have a vengeance, have a vindicate, have a terrible intention toward the system. How you expect that child to grow up and have respect for you and love when he realize he have to grow up without his father because you claim his father is illegal? No one is illegal. The Almighty God said the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. And that we are saying. Since the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, mankind who only put here for a short duration shouldn't fight for what is not theirs. Trust me. I want to ask, as a matter of fact, I want to challenge any man who believes they are in control of God's property, which is called the earth. If them think them are going there for a long time, let me see. Because no one is legal. Why can't we live peacefully on earth? And because 200 years from now, no one will be around. And this is a fact. This is not an assumption. Then the next thing they come and tell we say we are independent and we this and we that, and you check it and imagine. Check it simply now. You see the Home Office and the Babylon system, it's just a bunch of foolishness. If England, check the level. If England was your mother, I was the mother of most Caribbean country, and England decided to break away from the Caribbean country, why is it so hard for people from the Caribbean country to come back and look for their mother, to come back and unite with their mother? Why you have to go through so much trouble? After them take us and have us rebuild England and take us, abuse us, use us and cheat us like a dog. Then after we rebuild England, they just shout us and call us illegal, this and that, and give us all kind of name. Get a humans, moron, imbecile, stupid, foolish, illegal, troublemaker, etc., etc., etc. That is not good, and I want to appeal to the government, especially Home Office people. Them say, if a man come to this country and him decide to burst gun, him decide to rob, him decide to make people life a misery or a living hell, remove him. But if a decent man living in this country, trying to make a life, establishing family and trying to be good, you can look into it and stop waste money and time and send the people them home. I believe it take a lot to deport a man than to keep him here. Give him man NI number, send him go work. Him never thief, him never do not all him do. Him don't choose to go back home and find a woman and him get children. Why you gonna make up worries with a man like that? Have some discretion, man. Exercise some mercy upon the man. Don't be like that. Trust me. Because you see, we have to understand, you know, England and America and most of these countries, you know, they were built by slaves, by our father. And the least you can do for us is just allow us to suffer in the cold, in the freezer. Allow us to suffer in the freezer. Don't try to make us our life a living hell. And I really would like to have a word with some of them people. I will show them say, you know, make it. You know, make it. I mean, I tell them say, a whole lot of people, you know, decent people, them suffering. And why they suffering? Because they can't neither go nor come. They can't go nor come. There's nothing to do, no work, nothing. Home Office lockdown upon them. I want to tell them saying, no one is illegal. And this man Adolf Hitler, Nebuchadnezzar, Saddam Hussein, and many others have tried to oppress the poor and the needy. And where are they now? The more love you show, the more happier you be, the longer you live. 300 years from now, not one will be around to oppress, include myself, the unfortunate. So we have to learn to live in peace and unity. I cannot see why mankind can't live peacefully on God's creation and enjoy the harmony, enjoy it in harmony. Can't see that. My next big problem we have, and this is the biggest issue we have with Babylon, the brain food, the ganja, the sensimania. I have loads of problems with Babylon, and this is one of my problems. The herb. Personally, I don't see ganja as a drugs. Marijuana, like any plant, is harmless, and it deserves to be treated like the other plants. I can't see why people went out of their ways to destroy it. If it is harmful, as they put it, it is not the only harmful plant. Check this. Bird of paradise is a deadly plant. There are so many deadly plants, included bird of paradise, out there. Bird of paradise causes internal poisoning, vomiting, diarrhea, dizziness, and drowsiness. Castor bean is another one again. If anyone get in contact with its seeds or leaves, the result would be excessive thirst, prostration, and dullness of vision, convulsion, uremia, and death. 1 to 3 seeds can kill a child, and no one seems to make that illegal. Talking about some deadly plant here. Nightshade is another deadly plant. Nightshade Solanum SSP could poison the human instantly, and no one seems to want to destroy such a plant. However, the innocent marijuana that open the eyes of the people they want to kill. You know, when I walk through some town, and I see they have roses selling in the street, and you look at it, they have bird of paradise selling. Them have castor bean selling in some places. Even nightshade they sell as plant, as roses, and it's deadly. But the innocent ganja, them press it. I want to ask Babylon, what has the innocent plant have done to them, and why they want to get rid of God's creation? The weed is just as innocent as any other plant. The good says. Now, we are going to compare some of what they said the marijuana does to the human health. But before I start, I want to make it clear that mixing the marijuana with chemicals of any sort, for instance skunks, that is not what I am defending. I am defending the innocent pure bush, as pure as it is. Not about no mix up chemical, because it's just as bad as the cocaine. Babylon lie about marijuana and claim that the marijuana can cause permanent mental illness among teenagers. They even go as far as say the marijuana may cause psychological damage during intoxication and often behave erratically. That's what they say about the marijuana. Scientists have tried to prove that marijuana is harmful and is more dangerous than previously believed. In a study to test that marijuana caused brain damage, they carried out experiment on monkeys where they inhaled 4 to 5 marijuana cigarettes a day. For 1 year, no evidence was found that it caused brain abnormality. They claim that it killed brain cells, but their claim is based on speculation and a report that had no scientific study. Some big boy use a good sense in media, and if you should ask them about it, they would deny it because of pride. People like Bill Clinton, he said, Bill Clinton once said, I smoked the marijuana but I didn't inhale it. He was able to be the president of America. I didn't kill his brain cell, I didn't do him nothing. So that me not understand. I'm not sure what I mean by that. I same thing with Monica Lewinsky when he say, oh, we have sex but we did not make love. So, you know, I don't understand what I say. Here are some of the things they said about the brain food. Listen me good now. There is no convincing scientific evidence that the marijuana causes psychological damage or mental illness to either teenagers or adults. People who use marijuana may experience feelings such as panic, anxiety, and paranoia. Such experiences are temporary. Marijuana can cause temporary toxicity when taken in large amounts. This occurs rarely and almost always when eaten rather than smoked. They continue, marijuana does not cause profound